How many prop firm challenges have you failed? 1, 3, 10, and after each one you probably went back, looked at your trades, changed something in your strategy and tried again. Maybe you switch pairs. Maybe you change your entry rules. Maybe you bought a new course or watched more YouTube videos. And then you failed again. Here is the thing nobody in this space wants to say out loud. Your strategy is probably not the problem. The real reason most traders keep failing challenges has nothing to do with setups or indicators or which pairs you are trading. It has everything to do with how you think and feel while you are inside that prop firm challenge. That is what I want to break down today. Because until you understand that part and actually fix it, it does not matter how good your strategy is. You will keep getting the same result over and over again. A prop firm challenge is not really a trading test. I know that sounds strange, but hear me out. Yes, there are rules. Yes, there are profit targets and drawdown limits. But underneath all of that, what the challenge is actually measuring is whether you can stay calm, patient, and in control of yourself when the pressure is on. That is the real test. And most traders are simply not prepared for it because nobody actually trains for that. You practice your entries, you practice your exits, you backtest your setup over and over again. But you almost never practice what happens to your decision making when real money and real rules are on the line at the same time. And that is where everything starts breaking down. Here's what happens when you actually start a challenge. The first few days, they feel okay. You're doing great. You are following your plan. You are being patient. Everything feels manageable. And then one of two things happen. Either you have a losing day and now you are behind. You can see the gap between where you are and where you need to be. And that gap creates pressure. Real pressure. And pressure changes how you make decisions in ways you do not even notice until after it has already happened. Or the opposite. You have a great day early on and suddenly you feel like nothing can touch you. That feeling also changes your decisions, just in the other direction. In both cases, your emotions have taken over from your process. And the moment your emotions are running your decisions instead of your rules, the challenge is already finished. You just do not know it yet. Let me walk you through 3 specific patterns I see over and over again with traders who keep failing challenges. I want you to be honest with yourself as I go through each one. At least one of these is probably yours. The first one is chasing the target. This happens when you are doing fine and then something shifts. Maybe a friend just passed their prop firm challenge. Maybe you saw someone online posting a big payout. And suddenly you feel like you need to get there faster. So you start forcing trades. You take setups that do not fully match your criteria because you just want to cross the finish line. And it's alright, I've been there. But by doing that, you take on risk you would never normally accept. And the challenge ends. Not because your strategy failed, because you abandoned it the moment you felt rushed. The second pattern I notice a lot is revenge trading. This one is probably the most common. You take a loss, a real stop loss, and something in you just refuses to accept it. You want it back right now. So you re-enter without a proper setup. Maybe you push your size slightly because you need to recover faster. And one controlled loss suddenly becomes 3 or 4 uncontrolled ones in a row. And what happens next? Your daily limit or overall drawdown gets hit. And the challenge is now officially over. And you are sitting there wondering what just happened. In reality, one emotional decision started a chain of events you just could not stop. The third pattern is what I call being too overprotective with your account. This one is talked about less, but it kills just as many prop firm challenges. You are very close to your profit target and you become terrified of giving those back. So what you do, you stop trading completely. Good setups appear, everything lines up exactly how you want to see. You see the correct trade, you know it's the right trade, but you do not take it because the fear of losing your progress is way stronger than your trust in your own trading process. And what usually happens after that, after missing 2, 3, 4 trades, you suddenly realize time is running out and you start taking trades that do not match your trading plan. And those trades are usually very bad setups that end up blowing your account. And this one, in my opinion, hurts just in a different way. So you have 3 different patterns, same root cause, same root problem. You let the emotional pressure of that evaluation override the process you spend time building. So what do we actually do about this? Because knowing the problem only matters if it points you somewhere useful. The first thing I would tell you is this. Stop making passing the goal. I know that sounds backwards, but when passing is your goal, every single day inside the challenge is about getting closer to that outcome. And that is exactly where all the pressure actually comes from. Change your goal to something way simple. Execute my trading plan correctly today. That's it, right? Not hit the target in one day, not pass the challenge in one day, just execute the trading plan. If you do that every single day, passing is just what happens as a natural result, but you stop chasing it. And that one single shift changes everything about how you feel inside when trading a Propform account. The second thing you need is a written rule for bad days. And it needs to exist before the challenge even starts. Not during the challenge, but before. Because you'll not make a good decision in the moment when the pressure is already on you. Nobody does. Write it down in advance. Something like this. If I lose my first trade of the day, I stop for at least 2 hours before I look at another setup. Or if I hit half my daily loss limit, I close the charts completely. Done for that day. Whatever that rule is for you, it has to be written down and locked in before you ever open the challenge account. Because the version of you that is calm right now will make a much better rule than the version of you that just took a loss and wants to get it back immediately. And the third thing, practice trading under real pressure before the challenge even begins. Not just some calm demo sessions where nothing actually feels like anything. Get into a situation where something real is on the line. A small live account, anything that makes losing feel like something. Because trading in a relaxed environment and trading when your daily limit is at stake are two completely different mental experiences. You need exposure to both before you start an evaluation account. One last thing I want to say. After failing enough challenges, it actually starts to become part of how you see yourself. You start to quietly believe that passing is something other people do. And that belief, even if you never say it out loud, will work against you every single time. The shift that actually changes things is this. Stop thinking of yourself as someone who is trying to pass a challenge. Start thinking of yourself as someone who follows a process, a proper trading plan every single day, regardless of what the outcome is. When that becomes who you actually are and not just something you are trying to do, then everything gets easier. Not because the market gets easier, not because the rules change to your advantage, because you stop fighting yourself at the same time you are trying to trade. So the next time you fail a Propform challenge, before you go back and change your strategy, ask yourself one single honest question. Was I trading my process today, my trading plan, or was I just trading my emotions? And be very honest with that answer, because wherever the honest answer lands, that is where your real work needs to be. If you want help working through this properly, the mindset, the process, the full approach to getting funded, and actually staying funded, I have a mentorship program called the Propform Blueprint. It is built for traders who are serious about making this work. Link is down in the description if you want to find out more and apply. And also, if you need a Propform, check out Prime. They process payouts in under an hour, and they actually won fastest payout Propform at the Dubai Expo. They have a zero payout denial policy, a public transparency report showing real trader payouts, and the most platform options of any Propform out there. Link is in the description as well. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.